Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our new topic, that is recruitment and selection. In the earlier video, when we go through with the functions of management, we classify those into two categories, managerial and operational functions, in which operational functions are divided into 5 major categories. And the very first function is the procurement function. So today's slide is all about how the organization perform procurement function in the organization. In that particular, the main important functions which are being performed by an HR manager is job analysis, recruitment, selection process, placement and induction function. So in this particular video, we just go through with all of these at a glance. Firstly, we start with the job analysis. Job analysis is a systematic analysis of each job for the purpose of collecting information as to what the job holder does, under what circumstances it is performed, and what qualifications are required for doing the job. It is a scientific study of and statement of all facts about a job, revealing the task included in a job, duties, responsibilities, working conditions, skills and knowledge required to perform the job and its relations to the other jobs. So, job analysis basically, when we analyze the job, what are the major duties and responsibilities are to be performed by a person in the organization, and what are the various essential requirements or the eligibility criteria to perform those duties and responsibilities. So when the HR manager just classify the job in two categories, then this process is known as job analysis. All the other functions are totally depend upon job analysis only. Before recruiting, before selecting the employee for the organization, it is very necessary firstly we decide what was the task to be performed by that particular person, so that there should be no confusion between the employees, what I have to do and what the other person have to do. So job analysis, basically job means a job is a collection or aggregation of tasks, duties and responsibilities which as a whole is regarded as a regular assignment to individual employees and which is different from other assignments. And analysis means it is an evaluation of the duties and tasks performed in the organization. So we can say that job analysis is a process of discovering and identifying the pertinent information relating to the nature of a specific job. It is the determination of the task which comprise the job skills, knowledge, ability, experience required by the workers for performing the job. Job analysis, the definition, is the systematic process of determining the skills, duties and knowledge required for performing job in the organization by R. Warney today. Job analysis basically includes into three major categories. It may given us the three major information. Number one is job content, refers to the actual activities performed in the job being analyzed. Second, job context, refers to the condition in which the job has to be performed. And the job holder requirement, it refers to the worker's eligibility for performing a particular job. In this, the major part of job analysis, the two major components of job analysis, one is job description and second is job specification. Job description, a document that specifies the task, duties and responsibilities of the job and should certainly be relevant and accurate. Job description, in which the HR manager describes the various jobs, tasks, duties which are to be performed in a particular designation. Job specification, the process of interfering the human traits requirements presumed to be necessary for the successful job performance. And job specifications means, in simple words, the eligibility or the qualification, either your academic qualification, technical qualification, experience which is to be required to perform those particular duties. Like in job description, we includes job title, job purpose, working hours, reporting time, leaving time, then code number, job location, job type, either it is full-time, part-time, ad hoc basis, permanent job, in which department the job is to be, reporting authority, etc. These are the job description. And job specification includes like your educational qualification, training, experience, competencies required, behavioral skills like teamwork, effective leadership, communication, physical skills, reservations, gender, technical qualification, etc. Now the very important is recruitment. Sometimes recruitment and selection are to be taken as same, but they are totally different. Recruitment is the first step and selection is a forwarding step of recruitment. Once the company do the recruitment, then only the selection process being started. And recruitment and selection process only takes place when the proper job analysis has to be done in the organization. So recruitment means discovering the sources where potential employees will be available to the company. It is a systematic recruitment leads to greater productivity, high morale, reduction in labor turnover and better reputation of the concerned organization. It is the generating of applications for a specific position to be filled up in the organization. It's basically how you attract the people to give application for the vacant job. When number of people are applying for a vacant of job is known as recruitment. In simple terms, when any in railways or somewhere, when the vacant jobs to be out, like in this particular department, the 10 jobs are to be vacant. For those 10 jobs, thousands of people will apply. This is basically your recruitment process. When the thousands of people are applying for a particular job or for those 10 jobs, and when they actually find those 10 people from those 1,000, that is basically your selection process. Fine. The definitions: recruitment is the development and maintenance of adequate manpower resources. It involves the creation of a pool of employees available upon whom the organization can draw when it needs additional employees. By Dale S. Beach. Recruitment is the process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for the jobs in the organization. By Edwin B. Filippo. Now the various factors which affect the recruitment, it is two: internal and external. Internal factor which are resides in the organization and external which resides in the market. Internal includes organizational image, that is goodwill of the organization, personal policies, HR policies which attract the customers, attract the potential employees to apply in the organization, job attractiveness, either the salary package with the job or the job destination where the job is to be, and the various incentives etc. which are associated with that particular product. That is all the job attractiveness. Union interface, that is the trade union interface in the organization. External factors: labor market condition, that is the demand and supply of human resource for the organization. Unemployment situation, if the unemployment situation is more, then the recruitment process is always high, then maximum number of people will apply. If unemployment situation is less, then less people will apply. Demographic factors, that is age, gender, occupation, then technical requirements, we can say education. These are your demographic factor. For each job, these criteria are totally different, the physical traits which are to be required. Then the legal factors like the reservation for the different classes in the organization. It's either to be the OBC reservations or women reservation in the organization. Next, the sources of recruitment, from where the potential employees can be applied in the organization, internal and external. Internal through promotions or transfers, like if the organizations have a vacant job in other branch and some people are interested to go at that particular place, they can also apply for that particular vacant job. External sources, factory gate hiring, it is basically for the shop floor workers, where a notice should be put into the factory gate for the vacant job. It is for daily wages workers. Advertisements, when the advertisement should be given into the newspapers, broadcast media. Then campus, for the freshers, when the companies come to the different technical institutions to hire the freshers. Headhunters, that is the job hunters, you can say, or consultants who from where you can give your resume and then they will send it to the organizations. Employment agency, it is a government employment agency who is providing employment to the people, and the people have to enroll themselves into that particular agency. Employee referral, that is sometimes the existing employer refer a particular person for that particular job. Now the selection process. Selection follows recruitment process. It always the second step of recruitment. Selection is the process of finding qualified and competent candidates in the organization. It involves the various steps leading to employment of person who possess the ability and qualification to perform the jobs which have fallen vacant in the organization. It is considered as a negative process as it involves the taking of suitable people for the job and rejection or elimination of the unsuitable candidates. It's generally said that recruitment is a positive process and selection is a negative process, because in recruitment, company invite as many as applications they can for a vacant job, but in selection they eliminate those jobs which are either under or over with the job specification, and when they got the exact people, then after that they start eliminating for searching the best person. It is a process by which candidates for employment are divided into two classes, those who will be offered employment and those who will not offered by daily order. Now the selection procedure, it is basically the 8-step process. In first, the PI, the preliminary interview, in which the company take a first PI, that is to know about the candidate, and when they select, when they found the communication skills of a particular person, after that the candidate have to fill an application blank, the format of the organization. Sometimes it should be filled, sometimes it not be. After PI, the scrutiny goes on. That scrutiny is when we find the best communication skills and all, then we select few people, and then it goes to the fourth step, that is employment test. Employment test, where the candidates have to give the different tests which are associated with that particular job, like written test somewhere, then aptitude test, reasoning test, psychological test. These are certain tests which are to be associated with the job. After employment test, the employment interview has been taken. The persons who have cleared their written or the different test, they will again interviewed with the HR manager or the general managers, head of the department, where they just go with the in-depth knowledge of the employee or his experience, how he goes to tackle or perform those duties, etc. After clearing this round, the committee will check the referrals, where he has given his referrals that he has worked with that particular organization or that. So company will go for the checking of the references. They talk with those organization that particular person is working with them or not, or whatever the information he has given into his resume, that is authentic or not. After that, if necessary, the medical test will be taken. Some jobs require this, some jobs do not require this. So when the medical test will be cleared, then the appointment letter should be offered to the person, and placement means at which designation he has to work. Now the fourth major function is placement. Placement means assigning jobs to the selected candidates. Assigning jobs to the employees may involve a new or the different jobs. Placement includes initial assignments of jobs to new employee on transfer, promotion or demotion of present employees. A proper placement of employees reduces employee turnover, absenteeism, accident, dissatisfaction, and also improves the morale of the employees. It involves striking a fit between the requirements of a job and the qualification of a candidate when you give a particular designation to the selected candidate, that is known as a placement. And last is to be the induction. Induction is the function when the organization welcomes the new employee formally. All the new employees should be gathered at one place at one time, and the induction team, they will introduce the organization with the new employees and the new employees with the organization by giving them the presentations about the infrastructure, policies of the organization, the reporting authority to whom they have to report, and what are the tasks they have to perform in the organization. It is the introduction of new entrant into the existing group of people is known as induction. It is also known as orientation. It is the welcoming process to make the new employee comfortable and generate a feeling of belongingness with the organization. It is the process of receiving and welcoming an employee when he first joins the organization and giving him a basic information he needs to settle down quickly and happily and starts work, by Michael Armstrong. A process of welcoming, indoctrination and socialization of new employees to his or her job or the organization. So this is basically when you are welcoming the new employee into the organization or into the family, that is the induction ceremony. Thank you so much, students.